Ash versus Blood Penguin, or Plague Penguin, whatever he wants to call himself now, but I know the truth. I know there is blood in that there penguin. Dark Elves versus Vampire Counts. I was inspired to cast this replay because I had recently been reading the Endtimes novels, and I know Malakith and Manfred are not friends in those novels. So I was just like, it's fate. I must cast this. For the Dark Elves, we have 2 Doomfire Warlocks, 2 Cold One Knights, 4 Dread Spears, 4 Blackguard Corsair Handbows, and Malakith with a lot of his buffs. Spell resistance, ooh, a minus spell resistance from Destroyer, and then Circlet of Iron, Supreme Spell Shield, and Soul Stealer. So he's actually relatively kitted out. On the other side, we have Manfred von Karstein with Gaze and Gash, Invocation to Heck. No zombie summons here. Regular zombies on the ground, backed up by Skeleton Warriors. We have a Necromancer on his Corpse Cart, 3 Crypt Horrors, some Fellbats, and Blood Knights. 2 Blood Knights, in fact. As Manfred gets involved, he's trying to harass these Blackguard Corsairs. Also going to try to avoid Malakith. Doesn't want to take too much damage from that guy. He's going to try and get to safety. This quick Doom Bolt from the Doomfire Warlocks damages the Blood Knights quite a bit. Just getting good poke out here and there where they can as the Blood Knights are going to charge in. And what is that getting cast down? A Soul Blight. From who? Ah, Doomfire Warlocks. Yep, the bound Soul Blight. Okay, I was like, wait, no. Malakith doesn't have that spell. Manfred's taking a lot of damage, but so are the Blackguard Corsairs. His breath attacks and Gaze and Gashes have been whittling them down. Manfred is going to try and land to get to safety as the Soul Stealer continues to tax on his HP. But the Vampire Counts are already through the front line. Actually, the Dire Pack, I didn't even see them coming, but they flank the Doomfire Warlocks and they're getting decent damage down onto those expensive cavalry. Blood Knights run in to help Manfred out as he tries to escape from Malakith. Plenty of healing for him to be found on this roster. And the other Blood Knights charging straight up through the center. The Dread Spears are already routed, so now it's just Doomfire Warlocks getting surrounded by Blood Knights already sitting in spears. That's going to be a very dead, quite expensive cavalry piece for the Dark Elves to lose. So the Vampire Count's getting some good shots back while the Dark Elves continue to kite away. Black Corsairs firing freely. Malakith's still very healthy, so Dark Elves not out of this, not by any means. Balance power's 50-50, and I would agree with that at this point. Some Crypt Horrors need to fall back. And that is kind of the large thing, is counting on a lot of... Oh, nasty breath attack in from Malakith. That was huge. That hit like 4 units. Mal, what's your value? Already 1,700, 2 minutes in this game. That's huge. I was going to say before that happened, you kind of factor in the Vampire Counts are going to heal cap a lot of their important units, while the Dark Elves don't get any healing except for Malakith the Soul Stealer. But that breath attack actually changed my opinion because these Blood Knights are getting cooked now after that. That was a game-winning breath attack. Overcasted Invocation Heck from Manfred to try and save his units, but it didn't help him at all, and the actual overcast damage did hurt him quite significantly, so now he's running away from Manfred. While the grind fight is on, I'm a little worried for the Dark Elves, but there we go. Murderous Prowess is now popped, giving them extra stats to help them actually win this fight. For a while, they were taking significant damage, but now the Cold Knights and Doomfire Warlocks should be able to grind through to victory. Manfred is still leading Malakith on a merry chase, but elsewhere the Bleak Swords are still getting damaged. Dread Spears, Bleak Swords, whatever, same diff. Doombolt coming in, depending on where it hits, might friendly fire the Cold Knights a little bit, but nope, it aims for the back of the formation, so it is fine. Where are those Blood Knights? Looks like one has died entirely. The other one is actually still rather healthy. Malakith is still trying to kill Manfred, getting a lot of damage out onto that guy, but not quite finishing him just yet. Vampire Counts are withstanding a lot of punishment, still healing up those important units. Dark Elves not feeling as frisky. There's another beautiful breath attack comes in from Malakith. More damage onto those Blood Knights. Malakith, for once, looking like he's worth his giant price point. Mostly due to the insane breath attacks of his handler and really good engagements, but still. Soul Blight is down from the Doomfire Warlocks once again. Another Invocation Heck is out, and this might be a first overextension here from Malakith. Now he's completely surrounded by Blood Knights and has to awkwardly waddle up into the sky while Manfred gets to safety. The Dark Elves still holding on. Get a bit of a bounce power lead now. They still have some cavalry left to fight. A lot of Blackguard Corsair handbows with actually still a good amount of ammunition considering how long they've been firing and whatnot. Another Soul Blight is down for more Doomfire Warlocks, but it looks like Manfred might land on them anyway. Just trying to disperse these guys as another Soul Stealer taxes him. Really good dodge there from Blood Penguin on the Blackguard Corsairs. Manfred lands on the Doomfire Warlocks to rout them. Malakith is quickly behind, and man, Manfred just won't die. Black Corsairs get another shot in, but some of the Doomfire Warlocks shatter. The other ones are just routing, and he's down to 700 HP. Still retreating, still trying to get in the sky, and the Blood Knights are here to peel for him once more. Malakith might get up into the sky. Blood Knights need to stop that from happening, so Manfred can get a couple Invocation X for himself. Maybe sit above the Necromancer like he's doing now. But 4 health per second is not a lot, so he needs Invocation X if he's going to be a real force in this game. as Blood Knights now start to run down the Black Ark Corsair handbows, then decide against it. They're the last real force of the Vampire Counts. Bounce power is heavily against them, though Manfred could have a lot of healing left in him. We have three Cryptors that also have a lot of healing left in them. Blood Knights also have the hunger. Things could go badly for the Dark Elves if this game goes forever and ever and ever. Invocation Heck out that Manfred desperately needed as he charges forward. Runs into Dread Spears to try and bait Malakith away, but another breath attack from Malakith onto those Blood Knights. Decent little poke of damage. They did finish off his Cold Blood Knights. Black Ark Corsairs running a little lower on ammunition. The Blood Knights falling back do have bronze shields, do have 110 armor, and they have missile resistance if they're out of melee. And when they're in melee, they get healing. So Black Ark Corsairs kind of stuck between a rock and a hard place with that. But it looks like they're all going to shoot at Manfred instead, really trying to kill off that leader. If they can, another Soul Steal from Malakith, not used for healing, used for damage, which could, if he loses this game, it could come back to bite him because he didn't fight first and then heal. He used it all for damage, so if he gets damaged later, he won't have any healing. Invocation Hack came out for Manfred just before he started crumbling. You can't cast it on yourself if you're crumbling. He is healing. He refuses to die, and now the Blood Knights and Cryptors have a good surround onto Malakith. They're getting some decent damage out. They are going to get shot with Black Ark Corsairs this whole time while they do so. 11 volleys on the super wounded one, 1 on another, 4 and 3 on the others. Manfred gets up in the sky, quick little gaze and gash onto Malakith, decent damage there. And like I said, he is trying to get that damage off. That was a disaster. That was just a whoopsie. The breath attack should not have happened to damage his own Blood Knights, his own Cryptors. It didn't hurt Malakith at all because Malakith's moving slightly. But anyway, if he does damage to Malakith, it'll probably stick. Malakith has burned so many Soul Stealers, he maybe has 1 left in the entire game. So any damage is good damage. These Black Ark Corsairs are about to turn into half-assed melee units as they run out of ammunition. We still have a lot of healing. If the counts can slow this down. I'm sure everyone watching this is like, no, please don't slow it down. But I'm just saying, tactically, if they slowed this down, they could have a fighting shot in this game as Manfred hovers up above. Malakith not able to take off as the Cryptors and the Blood Knights continue to just be a nuisance for him. Manfred does use something there. That was weird looking. It looked like he was targeting himself with a missile attack, so falls back. It's odd. I didn't like that at all. Black Ark Corsairs, the handbow with all the ammunition is about to rout, and they're so close to the edge of the map that if he routes, it will go off the map. Blood Knights are nearly heal capped. Cryptors are also getting close to a heal cap, and the Necromancer is not nearby to provide that constant vigor and melee attack buff, all those things, the healing as well. Gaze into Gash is out down the line, really doesn't hit that many of the Black Ark Corsair handbows, and Manfred now has to dive underneath Malakith, but due to their difference in elevation is not enough. Manfred does still get hit by Malakith on the way down, gets into melee, was slowly regenerating, but now is starting to crumble, which is a disaster. Malakith's going to finish him off. There's no safety for Manfred here. Oh, you sneaky bitch. You sneaky, sneaky man. How? How did you get to safety? That is impossible. Another Invocation Heck to heal Manfred up. The Black Ark Corsair handbows are all in melee with the Blood Knights, who are officially heal capped. The Necromancer is also heal capped. The Cryptors are close to heal capped. And I think Malakith should be able to finish this off. But man, Manfred has made him work for it. The last of the Black Ark Corsairs with ammo is back to firing in. Manfred's about to get landed on by Malakith again, so he's going to take a fair rear charge. He's trying to just squirm his way around to safety. Blood Knights are starting to crumble. Malakith lands in. There's no hope for Manfred at this point as his Cryptors and Blood Knights have failed, but man, he did not want to let this go. As Malakith snipes about, what's your value, Malakith? Yeah, 4,700, that sounds about right. You worked your ass off for it, buddy. Now it'll be GG. Army losses is coming in. Manfred is dead. There they all go. Malakith with the hard carry. You don't see it often anymore. Good game to these two. And we finally got one of Ash's many wins up on the channel. They win all the time, but people submit replays of them beating Ash, and then I cast those. Good value across the Dark Elf roster. And the Vampire counts just healed so much this game that all of the value was inflated, which was kind of hilarious. GG. Roar. Subscribe, yes, yes.